The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down, one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there had worn them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost is a deeply reflective poem about choices and their consequences in life. It uses the metaphor of a traveler who comes across a fork in the road to represent life's decisions. Here's an explanation of the poem stanza by stanza. 1. First stanza. The speaker stands at a fork in the woods, confronted with two diverging paths. They regret not being able to travel both roads, as each represents a different direction in life. This symbolizes the dilemma of making choices and the uncertainty of their outcomes. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. Second stanza. The speaker examines both paths and chooses the one that seems less worn, implying it is less conventional. However, they admit the difference between the two paths might not be as significant as it first seemed. This suggests how choices can appear unique, but might lead to similar outcomes. Then took the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim. Third stanza. The speaker notes that both roads were equally covered in leaves, undisturbed by travelers. They decide to take the path they chose and leave the other for another day, though they doubt they'll ever return. This highlights the permanence of choices and how one decision can lead to a path of no return. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Fourth stanza. Reflecting on the choice made, the speaker imagines themselves, years later, recounting this decision with a sense of significance. They claim their choice made all the difference, suggesting that the act of choosing, rather than the choice itself, defines one's life. This line is often interpreted as either pride in individuality or a reflection on the inevitability of choice. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Themes: choices and consequences. The poem explores how decisions shape our lives and how we often reflect on what could have been, individuality and nonconformity. The road less traveled by can symbolize a choice that is unconventional or unique, ambiguity of decisions. The speaker's acknowledgement that the paths were essentially similar highlights the uncertain nature of choices. Frost's poem resonates because it captures the universal human experience of decision-making and the way we interpret our choices to give meaning to our lives.